Hi there, folks. Welcome back to the channel. We're the Short and Stout Guys. I'm Terry.
I'm Daniel.
Daniel, it seems like Christmas just got over. I mean, just got over. We're now in January. We're not even halfway through January. We already have the first inklings, the first little hints at what may be coming for HHN in Halloween Horror Nights 35. It's a big anniversary year, right? And during Christmas, right on Christmas Day, actually, there's a group which is called Horror Night Nightmares that put out a speculation map. But they come out with these speculation maps getting us ready for HHN. Sometimes they're really accurate. Sometimes not so much. Everything is speculation. I don't know how, but it seems like these guys are kind of tied to HHN, to something to do with Universal, because they have insider knowledge. And so sometimes they have some really good information in the maps, the speculation maps. Sometimes they're way off. I think they do that on purpose to throw us off. But we're just going to make a circle, a clockwise circle around the map and kind of speculate. We'll put the map up on the screen so you can kind of see what we're seeing. It was all done in Christmas themes because it came out on Christmas. And so we're going to start over at about the 9 o'clock hour, where we've got now these are the houses that end up, the scare houses, that end up being in the sound stages at Universal Studios. These are the big sound stages, so they can usually do pretty big houses in these. And the first image that we have is what looks to be a Jack-in-the-Box, coming out of the Jack-in-the-Box and then like fighting a little elf guy, right? But you have a guess on that one, Daniel?
Jack the Clown?
Probably. It seems to me that's a logical guess, that we've got Jack the Clown, and who would Jack the Clown probably be fighting?
Dr. Oddfellow.
Probably Dr. Oddfellow. It was just like a couple years ago, I think 2023, that we got the origin story for Dr. Oddfellow and how he became evil supervillain and all the creatures that he was involved with, including making Jack into a villain.
So what you're saying is this will probably be a heavy HHN IP icon themed house.
Yeah, not an IP, but an original.
Yep. With all the different icons from the different years fighting it out, probably.
It could be. I'm going to guess at least it's going to be Jack versus Oddfellow.
Okay.
We'll see. We had the Oddfellow house a couple years ago. It was a good house, circus-themed house. A lot of crazy stuff going on in there. It was a good house, but I'm guessing that's what this will be. If this happens, that icon, the images that are on the map suggest it's going to be a Jack versus his nemesis, Dr.
Definitely
Oddfellow. Makes
sense with being the 35th anniversary.
Yeah, and that's usually when we seem to get an appearance from Jack, is on the anniversary years. So, yeah. Anyway, I know you loved Oddfellow, and Jack is just a naturally evil character. Seems to have a really big presence out in the one in Las Vegas right now.
Oh, yep.
The year-round thing. So maybe they'll do that. Maybe they won't. Anyway, so that's kind of what we're looking at for the that house. And then the next picture that we see, and by the way, on the map, if something is in red, it's a scare zone, and none of that has been speculated yet. I do have an idea of what one of the scare zones might be, or it could be a house to an original house. But I'll talk about that in a little bit. If it's in green, it's one of the houses. You've got 5 sound stages up front where the big houses are, and then you've got tent houses. 5 of those, one over by where the ride Fast and Furious is, and then you've got 4 other tents in the back. And so those are in green on here. The orange things on there are the shows, and we don't have any information about the shows. So not a clue what's going on with the shows. Probably a lagoon show, and then probably a stage show over at the big kind of theater over there, the stage thing. Otherwise, why keep it? Because that's the only thing they seem to use it for anymore. And maybe a couple contests during the year. But anyway, so we're going to go around and continue on here. So we've got the Jack versus Oddfellow. Second one is an upside down clock, which seems really obvious. What do you think on that one?
Stranger Things, probably focusing heavily on probably season 5.
Yeah, I'm going to guess to wrap up season 5. Yeah, the end of Vecna. So anyway, probably if that's coming, it would make sense to me this is when to do it. So, all right.
Stranger Things has always been a very popular thing at the HHN events.
Yeah, they're just not always terribly different, because it's kind of the same story, just different stages. So, well, we'll see. The big battle with getting rid of Vecna, I'd like to see it. I think it'd be fun, and it'd bring in the folks. Next one coming up is a pincushion. That seems obvious that would be not excited about it at all, but Hellraiser. Yeah, it's not a movie franchise. Yeah, Pinhead is the guy's name. Yep. Demon of some kind. Right?
Some kind of demon. There's him, and I think there's 4 or 5 other demons. They have a whole series of movies, really gory, really...
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Not my thing. I'd probably walk through it once just to see what's going on. But anyway, people are really excited about it. Not me. So anyway, that seems to be, if they do follow through on the pincushion thing, that could be the Hellraiser house with the guy named Pinhead. So next up, this was kind of a puzzling one for me. You got a milk carton of eggnog. And I couldn't think of any movies involving milk or eggnog, but eggnog is the Christmas version of a dairy product, and Derry is the town where the monster, right?
Yep.
There's the clown.
There's a TV series going on called Welcome to Derry. It's possible that this is what it could be referring to.
It's kind of funny though, because would you have 2 clowns in the same Halloween Horror Nights?
It seems a bit overkill, if you ask me.
Yeah, but I mean, it could happen. Maybe they'll even throw a scare zone in of the killer clowns and just have a clown fest. I don't know. It seems like that'd be overdone.
Yeah, we've had a lot of clowns at the at HHN, even last year with Art the Clown.
Yeah. You've got chainsaw clowns. So I mean, there's gonna be a lot of clowns anyway. Maybe they just go all in on clowns.
Just too many clowns, in my opinion.
Too many clowns, yeah. I think maybe 1 is sometimes too many clowns. But anyway, I guess we'll see. But that's the only thing I could come up with for the eggnog, is it is a dairy product. I really like eggnog, but I know you don't care for it. But maybe that's a tie in there. I don't know. Then we have an unnamed house. I kind of think somewhere in this mix, whether it's a scare zone or a house, there's going to be something to do with scarecrows. Because they've been really pushing at Universal a little scarecrow figure in with the Universal monsters. Like when you get the monster figures, or if you look at the mystery things, you buy them, you don't know what's in the box. There's a scarecrow now, one of those. So, I mean, I know they do have the scarecrow house in Las Vegas, and they've had scarecrow houses at Universal HHN before, so maybe we see a scarecrow there.
Hopefully they will leave out the corn, though.
Yeah, because then we get hurricanes. Now, here's kind of an interesting side note. We were in the All Hallows Eve boutique the other day, and they had the scarecrow, like I mentioned, in with the Universal monsters. You can get Frankenstein, you can get the Bride of Frankenstein. I can't remember, they had a couple other ones too. And then they had a scarecrow. And I ended up buying the scarecrow because he was in the wrong box. He was in the Frankenstein box. And that's kind of a rare thing to find the little figure in the wrong box. I talked to the manager and he said he's only seen it one other time. So anyway, I've got the scarecrow. He's in my collection now. But it was kind of funny just to see him. He's in the Frankenstein box. So that's kind of weird. But I'm expecting a scarecrow something at this year's event. I could be totally wrong on that. All right, continuing on around the map, we're getting to about where 12 o'clock would be, and we see a wolf wearing a stocking cap.
A Santa hat looks like, but yes.
Yeah, what did I say?
It's a stocking hat. But
a Santa hat.
Yeah.
Now, Blumhouse did come out with their werewolf movie a year or two ago.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it was very well received, and the werewolf didn't look good.
There was, not last year, but the year before last year, they had a photo op with the Wolfman from the Blumhouse movie, and there was like one image of the Wolfman out, and people were just like, oh, that just looks horrible, so they just didn't have the character out anymore.
Yeah, just kind of it looked like a creepy old man.
Yeah.
Thanks for making me feel bad. Oh. But anyway, but there was, in 2024, there was the movie Werewolves,
yes,
which we thought was really good. It was kind of an action movie about a supermoon, and it turned a whole bunch of people into werewolves. and people had to survive the night. And that I thought would be kind of an interesting idea. Just a crazy amount of werewolves with this supermoon. So I don't know, maybe.
And it's been a while since we had a Universal Monster House. We didn't have one last year. It would be good if they brought like a Wolfman house back.
Yeah,
I know they've had one before with the Wolfman, Dracula, and the Mummy, but again, it'd be nice to see the Universal Monsters
now
back
that
in the
they've
park.
got them at Epic, I don't know if they will do that. But you never know. We'll see. Interesting. Moving around, at what about 2 o'clock and 2:30? There are the shows. Probably have some kind of a pond show. I'd love to see lasers in there too, but whatever. And then something at the stands over where the Fear Factor stage used to be. Continuing around, we get to the tents. They've got it labeled T4 for tent number 4. You've got a lighter and some cigarettes. Seems to be the popular theory out there is this could have something to do with Sinners, a recent movie that came out with the vampires and stuff. Not a lot of different scenery in that movie. I mean, I guess they could make enough for a house. There are a few other things that involve lighters and cigarettes. This year's Fallout show, one of the prominent parts of the show is a lighter that was given to another character, and then he eventually gave it to the guy who became the ghoul, and the ghoul still carries it, and it's been shown a few times in the show. Maybe. I don't know that I've ever seen the ghoul smoke, I guess. I'm not sure that the cigarettes would fit in there, but I'd love to see another Fallout house because I want to see that Deathclaw. But it seems like it'd be really fast to have another Fallout house.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how the end of season 2 goes, and anything's possible.
I guess so.
Oh, what was the other one you said about the cigarette?
Well, there is another movie where cigarettes and a lighter like that is very prominent, and that's Constantine. I would love to see a Constantine house with him battling the different kinds of demons and stuff. I think that'd be really cool. But I guess we'll see. If given my choice of the 3, granted, I always love another Fallout house. I don't think we're going to see a Die Hard house because that was him going through the air vents with the lighter,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I do kind of think that there'd be a good chance for Sinners, but I would prefer a Constantine house. So, yeah, who knows? We'll see.
All right.
The next one up, tent number 3, kind of looks like a weird...
combination lock?
Combination lock, yeah. And you, being the gamer, you were kind of like, I've seen something like this before. In Resident Evil number 2, I think.
Yeah.
We've seen some combination locks like that. So maybe we get another video game house.
Yeah, those have, if Five Nights at Freddy's has been in the indication, haunted houses based on video games and Fallout have been a good sign of success for
this and The Last of Us, they did one of those too,
Yep,
right?
that too.
So, and I guess this the Resident Evil has actually been at the show at the HHN before. So maybe we'll get something else like that. It kind of just is made for, a lot of dark hallways and things popping out.
A lot of different monsters, yeah.
So I guess that'd be fine. Be fine for me. Moving on down, tent number 2, we get kind of the, the rocker, kind of thing. This made me think of it when they did the Slaughter Cinema 2 the last time. They had that heavy metal hell kind of thing. Which was not my favorite part of the house, but I could totally see them doing something like that and then bringing back the 3D glasses thing into the house. Maybe I have to buy the glasses somewhere if you want the full experience. You can go through it without them, but, and then I'll just run into more things in the house. Yeah. So anyway, but I could really see that being either... heavy metal hell, or some kind of a rock music tie-in house.
I've heard also some people think, like another music house, like what was another one that
Ozzy Osbourne just passed away.
Yeah,
do something a tribute to Ozzy.
Yeah, I don't know. They've done music-based houses in the past with The Weeknd, and there was another one I don't remember, but they're fine.
Yeah, that's not my favorite, but
not my cup of tea.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. After that, we get another what looks to be kind of an original house. We don't really know what it would be. Then they have the scare zones. Nothing indicated there. Again, maybe a scarecrow, kind of a scare zone. I don't know. Or maybe they bring back killer clowns, and we just go all in on clowns. Clowns are everywhere. We have Art the Clown. We have, who knows what
Too many clowns.
Anyway, but this is just a first speculation map. Things will change a lot by the time they get going on the second one. I kind of think with, the big 4th of July thing and the 250th anniversary of the country, maybe they're going to try to get this stuff out sooner so you can kind of focus on that before they move into HHN. Or maybe they'll kind of hang on to it longer till 4th of July is over, and then they'll really unload information. We don't know. But we'd love to know what you think of the map. You have some other ideas of what you'd like to see, you hope to see. Keep that corn out of here. Yeah, but give us some good quality houses. We will look for it. It's a big year, 35. I'd like to see them add more houses too. I'd like to see them
they could definitely add at least 3 more houses, probably.
And they'd fill them up. I mean, or keep opening them earlier. That is really nice. You get there, you go through the houses before the big crowd gets there, and then you can get home and go to sleep. As an old person, I love that. Anyway, but we'll see. They said that they were building the Minion Blast thing and leaving half of that thing empty so they could use it for a house.
But they never brought it back.
Has not happened.
No.
I would love to see a Scooby-Doo house. I would love to, anyway, a Ghostbuster house, always welcome. Anyway, tell us what you think. Hope you enjoyed this journey around with us. Also, you talked about there's some merchandise coming up. I think we'll maybe talk about that in another video.
Yep.
A horror theme merchandise bit. So anyway, glad to have you back. Already thinking about HHN here in January. It's going to be a big year for that kind of stuff. Until next time, take care and start to be spooky. Ooh.